Thank you, Borough President Fasella. I want to thank you for carrying on this wonderful tradition. I've come here every year, 8 years as Lieutenant Governor, my first as Governor, because I come here to draw strength from all of you. Because when I see the resiliency, the strength, the pride of the people of Staten Island, it gives me hope. And I reflected on this as I was coming across the ferry in the last half hour. And as I come across, didn't see the usual skyline because a little bit foggy out there, a little bit rainy. But I also knew there are two enduring symbols of our country and what we stand for that I left behind. One was the Freedom Tower. The other was Lady Liberty. And that's what Staten Islanders have the privilege of looking at every day from this beautiful vantage point. And I'm convinced, because of this proximity to those symbols, that the people of Staten Island have something truly special. You have to wonder why we lost so many from this smaller borough. Over 250 individuals, lives sacrificed on that day, and so many more who succumbed to the cancers and the illnesses related to it. Why do so many people say, yes, I will become a firefighter, I'll become a police officer, I'll put on a uniform and fight abroad to protect the people I love back home? Because there's something here that's special, that strong sense of love of country and patriotism that drew so many to these professions where it's all about selflessness and fighting for our own rights and values and our freedoms, in fact. So I come back here also to look in the eyes of the family members. I can't imagine how hard this is for you to come back year after year and have everything come by another flashback, a reminder, just when you think the wounds might be starting to heal 2 decades later. But you show up because of that profound sense of duty and, above all, love for the person you lost. Because if it was a spouse, you're reminded there was something attracted to that man or woman that made them the kind of person who would put on a uniform that day or go into work and be out there to help others. Or if it was a parent, they left something to you. There's something in you that makes you uniquely special to carry this on. So I look at you, and I'm willing to give out as many hugs as we can because we weren't able to hug during the pandemic, because I cherish this opportunity to tell you how loved you are. And I was reflecting, sitting here as the rain was coming down. It almost felt like teardrops from heaven. Your loved ones knowing that the pain that you're in, and they want to save you from that because they're waiting for you. They're up there waiting for you. And now the rain is stopping, a symbol that you are loved. That's my message here today. I'll continue to come, along with our Attorney General, Tish James, our other elected officials, because it's the least we can do. We'll take other actions. We certainly will. I signed 5 bills into law passed by our legislature just yesterday to make it easier to access the Victims' Compensation Fund, for by God, you should not have any hassles after all these years. We should remove all those barriers that have been in place. But today we just want to have that very human connection, that reminder that, yes, above all else, we are Americans. We treasure this flag. We treasure the freedoms we hold dear, that those we sacrificed for on that day and those who went into battle afterward. For the name of the ferry that I just came over on was Staff Sergeant Michael Otis, a 24-year-old from Staten Island who lost his life after 2 tours of duty, one in Iraq and one in Afghanistan. And he threw himself on a grenade to save the lives of others. That is the Staten Island spirit that I know and I cherish. So you are never going to be, in my mind, the forgotten borough. You are the unforgettable borough because of the people who live here and the sacrifices that you've made in the past, are willing to make in the future. And I'm truly honored to represent you. Thank you.